If you're watching this on video, as you can see, I'm in Dubai. And this is a very interesting place because it's just like this mega modern concrete jungle, this display of like architectural greatness, the tallest building in the world, some of the wealthiest businesses and individuals in the world. And it's in the middle of a desert. It's hot. And it's funny because it's November right now. The locals say like, this is great. They're like, oh, we can go outside again because it's like cooler. And cooler is like high 20s Celsius, but it's 36 degrees Celsius right now. I'm feeling myself sweat as I record this, but that's besides the point. So I'm in Dubai. Why am I in Dubai? I'm here with none other than Suelio Almeida to film some more racing. I have a bit of downtime, so I'm visiting some first cousins that I haven't seen in a long time. And I'm heading to Abu Dhabi, which is an hour-and-a-half drive away this afternoon. And we're going to Yas Marina Circuit, where Suelio will be racing in the Radical World Finale in a Radical Pro 1500, I believe, up against the top Radical drivers in the world. In the heat, he's basically coming right off a championship in North America to defend his title, and also we're going to make a movie out of it, as we normally do for his YouTube channel. We create content for social and just kind of amplify what he's doing as a driver and as a creator. I really tried to get the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world, 828 meters tall. To put things into perspective, which actually impressed me, the CN Tower is 553 meters tall, and it used to be the tallest freestanding building in the world until Dubai said, we're going to do it bigger. So behind me is amongst an array of incredibly beautiful buildings that light up so nicely at night, and they all have the same temperature of light. It's just like this warm, I'm going to call it like, 6,000 Kelvin light. They all just glow. As the sun was setting last night, the moon was rising. But actually, the moon was setting behind the sun, and the just golden sky and the buildings lit up, and this light show ensues on the Burj Khalifa. You look at it and you're just like, man, humans are cool. Humans are cool, and it's incredible what people can achieve. Yeah, the way they built this place might not be ideal working conditions for the actual workers that did it, but I mean, they did it. They pulled it off somehow. And it's for the enjoying. I am Lebanese. I've been to Lebanon in the past when I was younger, but I've never been here. But it's interesting because it's like this modern, like New York City-esque vibe. The roadways kind of flow like North American roadways. The cityscape kind of resembles what you might see in Europe and North America, but it has that Arabic culture, the Emirati culture, which I'm getting to know. It's only been 2 days. I'm starting to understand it. It's a very interesting, intriguing, and like welcoming culture so far, and it's multicultural. There's a lot of different ethnicities in this country that come from all over because it's a hub. It's a place of opportunity, land of opportunity, and there's tons of it. 24 hours a day, you can essentially get anything you want, and you can get it all delivered and anything you might need. And I'm gonna be here for another 8 days or 7 days, so I will be exploring a little bit more along with working. But I wanted to touch base. We're approaching the end of the year. I wanted to talk about my kind of year as a creator, what Panomedia is, recollect thoughts, and just give you an update. Let's begin. Panomedia, for those of you who may not know, Panomedia is a video production company. We do specialize in aerial video production using drones. We have a wide range of drones from mini Mavic Minis to mid-range Mavic Pros, all the way up to Inspire 3, which is the cinema drone. So whatever the application may be, we deploy drones for video production purposes. Anything you might need to do that requires a drone and you want it done legally, efficiently, effectively, that is become a very important pillar of Panomedia, amongst the other things that we do, which is real estate video production, automotive video production. As we're doing here, we're filming motorsports, which kind of runs in our blood, and it's what started this all. I believe everyone at Panomedia is passionate about cars and motorsports in some form or another. It's kind of what brings us together, and it's what keeps us going. So commercial video production, corporate video production, any sort of sending information through the medium of video. That is what we do, and we enjoy it very much. And I call it a vessel because along the way, the process is what's beautiful, because it's an opportunity to connect with people in very unique environments and create something together. And I invite you to reflect on a situation in your life where you've created something with someone. Anything. Can be literally a meal, could be a drawing, could be an idea. Just you've birthed an idea, you've created something that was not once there, in collaboration with other people. I want you to understand that feeling. Think about that feeling, and how did that empower you? How did that inspire you? How did that light a fire inside of you? And that has been this entire journey. It has been, initially, I'm not the best at making videos. I don't know how to make videos, but I leaned into the fact that I very much enjoyed communicating and connecting and, building a sense of community with my team, with my clients. And it's taken us very far, both figuratively and literally. I'm 12,000 kilometers away from home, on the other side of the world, with a backpack and some camera gear, while the boys back home are running things. They're filming, they're editing, they're holding it down, they're facing clients, and they're doing an excellent job. And we're all learning from it, because I'm pushing what Panomedia is capable of doing when it comes to video production, which is becoming a global service offering. The more I travel, the more I feel the world is small, and because we're so connected, it's becoming easier than ever. Minus the time change, I can oversee operations from here fairly seamlessly. It was not once possible to be able to do what we're doing at the scale that we're doing with the ease that we were doing it. And that's enabled by tools, by really smart people who give us things like this microphone, the internet, data, all that fun stuff. That is kind of in a nutshell what Panomedia is, and it's taken us very far. This year, 2024, I think the whole team has grown a lot. I think we've all learned a lot. I myself have grown a lot. I've traveled all over the world this year, and it's pushed my abilities as an individual, as a creator. You know, it's pushed the technical side of things, and I do believe firmly that I have grown a lot from it, and I believe it's something that I bring back into all the experiences. That idea of evolution and that idea of just like ongoing, and there's always room to grow, and just not fixating on each individual task, you know, because some things don't always go perfectly. They actually very rarely ever go like flawless. There's always this kind of change of direction. It's been very valuable to me to kind of mentally step back and look at the big picture and kind of understand, like, where are we going? Where do we want to go? Where are we now? How are we going to get there? And this is kind of me spitballing thoughts and ideas on record. We're going to continue offering video production to the world, to individuals, to businesses, in the best way possible, with the highest quality techniques and tools available. And we're going to continue to ride that cutting edge of testing new stuff, trying it, breaking it, fixing it, deploying it, trying it again. Where it will take us, I don't know exactly. I know, like I said, what we want to offer. Can't obviously predict the future. If I could, life would be pretty boring. That's the Panomedia journey. Now, as a creator, as a creative, I want to reflect a little bit on that, because I've experienced the new world in a way. Some might call it the new world this year. Suelio Almeida has kind of amplified his message, which is teaching people how to drive and get faster using the tools of simulators, and if you have it available, real race cars to drive fast, competitively, and in the spirit of motorsports, do it and do it well and compete and put down a good fight and go home happy, or sad that you lost but eager to win again. So I've seen what Suelio has been able to do in the world by providing value to his viewers in all corners of his channels of social media and digital platforms. He offers value to his clients or his viewers, his audience. He offers tons of value to them because he teaches them how to drive. Hold on, I forgot I made a coffee. A little afternoon espresso as I adjust to a 9-hour time change and sit on my sunglasses. Oops. So I've seen what Suelio has been able to do and continues to do, and that story is still unfolding. But the reason I'm bringing it to light is because it's absolutely incredible what you can do with a camera, a microphone, a laptop, and a dream. And I know that sounds cheesy. However, if you have something to offer the world, if you have something to say to the world, do it. Say it. You'll never know where it will lead you. As I sit here in downtown Dubai, this is 100% one of those moments where I did not know this would lead me here. 3 weeks ago, I did not know I was going to be here. I had an idea that this might happen. I did not know it would happen for certain. The possibilities are endless. The path is unfolding, and there's trailblazers showing us what's possible. You know, the whole idea of offering a global service or an online service or a digital service or some sort of value to people where you can generate revenue and you explore the world freely. And then it's kind of like a feedback loop where you put in the work, you grind, you put something out in the world, it gives you more opportunity, which then gives you an opportunity to grow, which then you put back into your work. And every time you kind of go through that cycle of like grind, deliver something, put it out in the world, get to experience something new because of it, then you go back to your work and you infuse what you learned back into your work. It unlocks these ideas in your head where you're like, whoa, I didn't realize that was possible. So I've seen Suelio go from literally a broke sim racer to a successful entrepreneur running a business with a team that is all over the world, racing cars, winning the North American Radical Championship this year, which is on YouTube. I'll link it down below. Andrew did an amazing job directing that project, and I was his second camera like assistant and drone up and just kind of managing a lot of the small nitty-gritty stuff and B-camming a lot of stuff and helping manage the footage while he kind of directed the vision of that episode. Another episode they actually did just hit 1 million views, which is really amazing. I just wanted to celebrate that. Like, it's hard to find words for this because I'm experiencing it for the first time myself and navigating it for the first time myself, but I think it's important for me to document my thoughts while I'm in the thick of it. It's a reason why I love documenting my thoughts on paper with journaling, especially when things are not going well. I find journaling a very powerful and comforting thing to do because it slows down the mind and it allows you to document turbulent times. And then when things settle, you go back and you reflect and you have physical record of your thoughts and how you were feeling and what you were going through. And it kind of helps me, and I'm sure it helps others who practice this, to wrap their heads around what they've been through and to kind of move forward with more awareness and move forward with more consideration of themselves and others around them. I am like absolutely on fire right now. I'm sweating under my shirt. And I also got to drive across the coast of the ocean down to Abu Dhabi, which is, like I said, 1.5 hours away from here, to Yes Marina Circuit on Yas Island. And we'll be there for 5 days, and then we'll be back in Dubai for 2 days, and then back to Canada, where we've got a lot to do to wrap up 2024 before we get there. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please do consider subscribing and share it with a friend and shoot us a message. Tell us what you think. Tell us if you have anything to contribute. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, let us know. Let us know why. What do you offer the world? What unique perspectives would you like to share? Because I like to use the creatives as a platform to amplify individuals, businesses, ideas, collaborations, as we've done in the last couple episodes with Auto Design Club. It's a means of amplifying, it's a means of expression and exploration, and it will continue to do that. The format may change, but I can promise you one thing always, and that's high quality video and a high quality audio. Audio predominantly, because you may not be watching this on video, but I like to do the video aspect of it because it's really cool. Shooting these things in remote locations is really fun, and I will be getting Suelio on here. Him and I are going to have a sit down and have a chat. I leave you with a note of reflection on a little bit of my journey, a little bit of my business, a little bit of me as a creator. And I invite you to continue exploring. Tune out the noise, tune out the things that other people are trying to tell you, tune out social media to an extent. It's a powerful communication tool and a way to share what you've created, but tread carefully because it can consume your attention and your energy. I invite you to do things that empower you. I invite you to push your limits, find your limits, dance on those limits, fall over once you exceed those limits, understand why you fell, dial it back a bit, try again. The important thing is to understand that to be anything or to become anything great, and this is something I've grappled with for many, many years, my perception with time has been very distorted, and I thought things happened a lot faster than they did in reality, but things take years. Things take thousands of hours to get good. I invite you to kind of be that craftsman or craftsperson who shows up every single day that you have the energy to. Obviously take breaks, but show up every single day, give it your all, nurture the healthy habits that empower you, like exercise, like good, healthy consumption of all media, foods, social, all of it. Balance it all, push, and enjoy what comes of it. Because no matter what, it's going to be hard. It may as well be hard under your own accord. And anyone who kind of endeavors on their own projects, on their own adventures, knows what it feels like to want to give up. And you have those thoughts of like, why am I even doing this? No one's making me doing this. But push through that. Push through that voice in your head. Turn the voice off in your head. Move your body. Remember that action precedes motivation, not the other way around. Motivation does not appear from thin air while you're sitting on the couch at 9 p.m. Motivation comes from movement. Motivation comes from action. Motivation comes from doing things. That leads to more action, more motivation, more action. And it's just like, again, a feedback loop. Find those feedback loops that amplify your strengths, accept the weaknesses that you have, work within them, because that's what makes you unique, is the things you're not great at, but you can somehow find ways to work around them. Keep that all in mind. I'm keeping it in mind, and know that when I say this out loud, these are the things I say to myself. These are the things I hear when I consume other content, podcasts, books, when I talk to people that I trust that have good wisdom. These are the things that they share with me. So I'm going to share it with you, with whoever's listening, and also saying it out loud on record helps me to kind of believe it for myself, because it is all about that belief in oneself. So get out there. If you're lost and you don't know where to start, write it down on paper. Shoot me a message. Honestly, I'm happy to have a chat over a text, over a phone call, over a coffee. I may not have the answers, but I can assure you that I may ask questions that might invoke answers. So that's what I'm here to do in this life, is to ask questions, to explore, to lead with curiosity, to create as best and as beautifully as I possibly can. I want to empower the people that work with us. I want to empower the people that we work for. I want to empower the people that experience what we create, and all around just kind of unfold this never-ending journey that is life, that is creativity, that is artistic expression, that is all of it. With that, I leave you with my final sip of this beautiful espresso. I love coffee way too much. I leave you with that. It's freaking hot. If you have an opportunity to visit this place, do it. Don't do it in the summertime. Like, don't do it in June. I believe June to September is like deathly hot here, from what I've been told. It's like 50 Celsius. It's November. It's winter right now, and it's like 30, which is like still really hot. But check this place out. It might inspire a different energy in you. There's like endless things. Anything you can imagine, you can do it here. If you have the opportunity to do it, do it. If not, do something different. Go somewhere new, even if it's in your own hometown. Go take a drive, go take a walk, go take a bike ride to a new corner of your own city, so that you can, first of all, just explore. But secondly, for me, when I'm in locations, no matter where I am in the world, when I'm in somewhere new that I've never been before, it can literally be 5 minutes from my house that I've never been. It inspires different thoughts. It makes me, I'm processing a new place. While doing that, it kind of like makes way for new ideas, different ideas, or maybe the same ideas, but from a different perspective. Keep exploring, keep being that craftsman who gets up every day and gets it done and does their best. Ground yourself in, a good stable morning routine. That's been extremely empowering in my life, a stable morning routine, which I've said before, and I'm going to say it one more time. That is hydration, light, and movement in that order of priority. If I can only get one, I will get hydration, which is electrolytes and water. If I can get two, which I'm always able to get two because you can just step outside. Hydration, light, I'm talking daylight, even if it's cloudy, even if it's raining, look outside, go outside. Bare eyes, no sunnies. Do it. Movement, walking. If it's 1 minute, if it's 20 minutes, if it's any number of minutes in between, it's fine. If I can't get any walking, if I can't get any movement, then it's fine. As long as I hydrate, I'll be okay. And yes, I'm not a robot. I do miss my morning routine occasionally. I do completely skip it, go straight to coffee some lazy Sunday mornings where I don't want to do anything. But more often than not, I'm grounding every single day in that healthy morning routine, anchoring it. And throughout the day, uncertainty ensues, shitstorms ensue, problems happen, things go wrong, but at least biologically, I'm in a good place. And then I usually wrap up my days with exercise. So that kind of healthy routine has empowered me more than I can even express with words. And I will continue to speak enthusiastically about that practice. It's one of those things where it's so simple, but it works. So with that, I'm going to go jump in the pool for 20 minutes, and then I'm going to make moves, drive across the desert, go visit the man, the Suelio, the Almeida in Abu Dhabi. We're going to regroup tonight, 6 a.m. tomorrow. We're hitting the track for testing. And we're going racing in Dubai, baby. So thank you for coming along on this journey. I hope this message resonates, and if it doesn't, thanks for listening anyways. Take care of yourself, empower yourself, and don't stop now. You didn't come this far only to come this far. Love you. Bye. Look at the city skyline. I'm going to shut up and move out of the way. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pick the camera up. I'm going to show you my ghetto ass tripod, and then I'll show you the view, and then that's how I'll end this episode. So that's my tripod, a stack of books and pillows, and look at that. Do you see that? It's so hazy outside. Tallest building in the world. Okay. Bye for now. Actually, hold on. This looks really cool. And my camera's on fire. Whew. Cool. Okay. Okay. Signing off. Bye.